evening to you, and you're very, very welcome to join me on this fine, somewhat colder evening than we've been having recently, but that's okay. It's January. What do we expect? It's very, very nice to have you all here with me this evening. Now, we are doing something a bit unusual this evening. We are broadcasting on zillions of different platforms. This is the first time we've gone to so many. We are currently broadcasting on Facebook, our Facebook page, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, or X as it's now called, two of our X channels, and also the StreamYard thing as well, of course, as our own website. So this all happening at the same time. Now, some of the comments will come in and some of them don't. The best ones to get the comments in so I can see and respond to you is either Facebook or our own channel, or YouTube. Some of the others are a bit hit and miss, but there we go. So that's what we've got for you this evening. Lots and lots and lots of great content. Now be sure you have a pen and paper to hand, because we've got a big piece of an exercise for you to do to get ready to do more in 24. And that's going to be our campaign for this year. Do more in 24. We're going to have tons and tons and tons of resources and opportunities to get involved and to really leverage forward individual, personal, and indeed professional success all around. Now, what I'd like to do, as always, at the beginning of these broadcasts, is say hello to a few people who are saying hello to me. So who have we got? We've got Saran. Hello, Saran. We've got Tarina. We've got Rosemary. And we've got Deborah. Hello to you all. And if you're watching live, be sure to say hello to us. And maybe where you are in the universe, and as this is one of your first times maybe visiting us. Now, we've got a huge amount of people registered for this evening, and I know not everybody makes it to the live recording. Sometimes people catch it on the replay afterwards, and that's fine too. Of course, the advantage of being here live is you get to ask the questions in real time, and of course, we will have our giveaway later on. Who else have we got here? We've got Suzanne Morris. Hello, Suzanne. We've got Steve Gilson. Hello, Steve. And we've got Julia Ward. Hello, Julia. Lovely to have all of you along this evening. Now, we've got a lot more people on the register that's here at the moment, so we'll just kind of vamp for a second and let more people join. Kath Aldridge from Surrey, good evening to you. Darren Cunningham, good evening to you as well. Lovely to have you all with me. Did you all have a nice Christmas and New Year break? I'm sure you did. And I'm sure Father Christmas was suitably generous, because you've all been very, very good and got all sorts of shiny goodies over the Christmas period. Here, well, we've moved to sunny Somerset. We had a marvelous time. We spent the entire time with the family, which was very, very nice. The first time we've been able to do that. That's Doug's family, obviously, not my own. And that was very, very nice. And we've been chilling out and relaxing and walking down to the beach and generally enjoying our new neighborhood. So that's been very, very good, albeit very, very cold today when we walked down there. Very, very cold. Okay, so let's just see who else we've got coming in. We've got that one. We said that one already. We said that one already. Okay, so tonight, what have we got for you tonight? We are going to be looking at some fantastic content. Now, I want to remind you, you need to have a pen and paper to hand, because there's a big piece of an exercise, and it's reasonably reflective. I'm going to give you a little bit of time as we go along, but not too much, because obviously this is live and we don't want to keep you up all night. You can always come back to the video at a later time, and we will post it on our own website, obviously in the Be Inspired group, and it's on all the other channels that kind of stream it, and YouTube and all of that. That will be there forever and a day, one would think. So that's what we are doing this evening. Christella, hello, Tony. Hello, Christella. How is Highworth? We're missing Highworth. I hope it's all very well and still sunny there, and you're enjoying life in Highworth. Now, the giveaways we have for this evening, and I know there's a lot of people this evening registered who are not college members or Be Inspired group members. We have different people joining us this evening, and I'll explain how the giveaways work in a second. We've got two different. We're going to run two sessions minimum. We might run another one. It's not the same without you. Well, thanks, Chris. That's lovely. So we've got a copy of our new book, Living a Purposeful Life, Personal Development Strategies for People in the 30s and early 40s. And that's doing very, very well. So that's great. And then the reprint of the Napoleon Hill Think and Grow Rich, which we will also send out too. And depending how we go, we might even do another one, but we'll see how we go and how many people are here with us live. So that's, I think, the plan. Now, one other thing I should remind everybody is this is the first live broadcast that we're doing for 2024, but there's another one tomorrow, which is the Be Inspired group one, the first one for the Be Inspired group. And we may even have a guest on that, just waiting for them to confirm that they can make it, and hopefully that they will be able to. If not, we've got lots of great content anyway. We'll have lots of guests, and we are lining up some really, really cool guests in the coming months for the Be Inspired group. So that's what's going to be happening in the very, very near future. So once again, as I go through, if you've got any comments or questions, pop them in the question box, and be sure to say hello. And I will shout you out and say hello as we go along. Okay, let me add my slides in. There we go. That seems to be working. Very, very good. And so, as I've said, the campaign for this year for the college is do more in 24. And it kind of came to me, A, because it kind of rhymed, but also it's an election year. There's a lot of change going on in the world, and it's easy to get bogged down in all the negativity and all the gossipiness that you can watch on the 10 o'clock news. But, you know, the point of personal development and investing in yourself is an investment in the future. Now, we can do more by applying, you know, the things that we learn from personal development and from each other, you know, coaching and sharing and mentoring, all of those things to leverage up our careers or indeed a personal level of happiness and contentment in life. And that's really what we're going to be focusing on. And as I think I said at the start, we're going to have lots of different and new things that we're going to be rolling out in the coming months. Some of them are very, very specific. If you're a practitioner or a qualified coach, there's something around that I think you'll all very much enjoy. Can't tell you what it is right now because I'd have to kill you, but it's super, super exciting. And we've got a whole team of people working on that at the moment, plus some other things that are more general, personal, you know, professional development things as well. So they are all in the pipeline, coming down the track very, 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 very soon. Now, actually, before I go any further, if this is your first time here, be sure to say that in the comments box. And then if you get confused, or if I think, you know, this might need more explaining, because I know there's a lot of college members here already, I'm happy to spend a bit more time talking about what it is that I might have just mentioned. So Kickstart 2024, we're all going to aim for success, or whatever success might mean to you. It can mean different things to different people. Now, if it is your first time here, who are we? We're the College of Personal Development. My name's Tony. I'm the CEO and founder of the college. We've been around for 25 years. And these are the qualifications or the professional bodies that accredit our qualifications. The ILM, formerly known as the Institute of Leadership and Management. The ANLP, that's the Association for NLP, Association for Coaching. And then I've got the 25-year logo here. I can't believe we've been doing this for 25 years. The time has flown by. And we have the Be Inspired group, the Think Big Journal, and of course, UKCPD-TV, which this is one of those productions. And lots of other things coming down the line. Now, to begin with a chance to win one of our books for the prize or giveaway that we always do in these things, what you've got to do, Rosemary Lyons, this is your first time here. So hello to Rosemary Lyons. Lovely to have you here. Rosemary, where in the galaxy are you? Tell us about where you are. It'd be great to know where you are in the country. I'm in Somerset in southwest England. Let us know where you are. I used to live near where Christella lives in Highworth in Wiltshire, but we moved just before Christmas. I'm brand new too. Got my NLP qual from Tony just before Christmas. Marvelous. Hello, Kath. Lovely to have you along with us too. Fantastic days. Great. It's lovely to have all of you joining us. We like that. That's very, very good to have as many people joining us as possible. And Rosemary is from Luton. Very, very nice. North London. Fantastic. We flew from Luton Airport a couple of times. I seem to remember. Now, to begin with a chance, before I get completely distracted, to win one of our books this evening, in the chat box, hashtag UKCPD, as you can see here in this slide, hashtag UKCPD. And then, as we always do, we'll run the software at the end, and it will pick out a couple of winners, and then we'll send the books out in the post in the normal way. Now, if we don't have your address details, or if you're one of these new people, we'll get that from you in due course, and I'll prompt you to let me know. And Chris is straight in there with UKCPD hashtag. Good job too. He's in with a chance to win. But I'll remind everybody again as we go along. Now, as I've already said, you'll need a pen and paper to complete the exercises, so be sure to have one. I'm going to spend a little bit of time to give you a little bit of breathing space to think about the answers, but be sure to watch it back again if I've gone too fast. That's the advantage of having the video recording. Hello, Diane Quartery. I didn't see that you were there. Lovely to have Diane with us as well. Fantastic, good. There's numbers beginning to come in now, so that's really, really great. But we're going to get on because I like to start on time. And so not to mess around. So what are we going to be doing? We are going to be looking at 3 different strategies or methodologies or processes, whatever word you want to use, that will help you achieve your personal and indeed professional growth and success in 2024. And that's what this presentation is all about. 3 different ways that we think experience tells us will help you get more out of the year and leverage up some form of level of additional personal and indeed professional success as we work our way through the coming 12 months. Now, we've used the word success a lot, and of course, we're in personal development. Of course, we're going to use the word success a lot, but what does that mean? Success is one of those words we say in NLP. It's a nominalization. It can mean a lot of different things to different people. So the first thing I'd like you to think about is, well, what is success to me? If I was thinking, I want a bit more success or want some success or additional success in the next 12 months, what would that be? What would it look like? What would it feel like? What would I hear people saying? What would I be saying to myself? These are the kind of things you might want to start thinking about when it comes to thinking about what success you might want. So that leads us into strategy 1, the first strategy. Remember, we've got 3 strategies that we're going to look at. So it's a slightly longer presentation than we normally do in these live things, but I think it's important as it's the beginning of the year, and it's that time of year where we take stock and think about planning for the new year. So the clue here is, of course, Brian Tracy, one of my one-time mentors. We say that success is goals, and guess what? Everything else is commentary. So the first thing we're going to be looking at is around goals. Now, working as a coach, as I do, and I think many of you do, you'll know that people say, I know I want to make some changes. I know I ought to, and the ought tos, I really should, the oh shoulds, do something different. And I guess I might even want to. You want to, that's different to shoulds and oughts. But I'm not sure. There's a lot of question marks about where I might want to put my focus. I'm very busy. I've got the family, I've got work, all of these different things. What would be a good way maybe of me narrowing down my focus to pick something that really would be useful for me to focus on to achieve some level of progress and success in the coming 12 months. Now, there are lots of methodologies. Now, last year we looked at a couple in the Be Inspired group leading up to the end of the year. We're going to look at a different one this time, which may suit more people, different tools suit different people. So, the questions we'll start are these. And again, pen and paper to hand here. So what is the one thing, you'd like to change during 2024? Now, you might need to think about this for a little. It might be a business thing, it might be a personal thing, maybe a health thing that you want to work on. One thing that you'd like to change during 2024, what might that be? Now, you can write just a couple of quick notes down as we go through. You can always go back to it again, as I've said. Now, what one area do you want to improve in life? It could be, again, in business, your personal, professional, health. What one area would you like to or you want to improve on during 2024? Now, given those 2 questions, that might help you focus down a little bit, because it could be, overwhelming. I want to do all these different things, but, one thing at a time, really, is that gives us laser focus. So what goal do you think you might be able to write down that encapsulates maybe the answers to the previous 2 questions? It may be different, or maybe they're combined. Now, another way of asking that question is to achieve a measure of success in 2024. What specifically do I want to accomplish? Now, it could be related to the 2 questions we've already asked. You may already decided on a previous exercise, or you've already written it down, you've decided this, and you're very, very clear about what it is that you want to accomplish in 2024. Now, the first part of this exercise, I want you to write that down just on a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be super tidy. Maybe you're typing on a pad or whatever, it doesn't matter. Just write it down. It's important. Don't think it, ink it. There's a great power, unconscious mind, by writing things down. To achieve a measure of success in 2024, what specifically do I want to accomplish? Write something down. Do that now. It could be anything: work, personal, health, relationships, moving house, buying something new, going on holiday, who knows? Write something down, something that you really, really do want to accomplish and have in the bag towards the end of 2024. So that when we get to, end of November into December, you think, wow, look at what I've done. That's what I set my heart on achieving. Now, everybody's familiar with SMART goals. They're pretty much ubiquitous in the text, especially in organizations. But, they're not necessarily what we would call well-formed. And, from NLP, we like to say turning, goals into really successful opportunities and endeavors. We have to turn them into well-formed outcomes. So we do that by using smarts instead. So we're turning smart into smarts. So it's one thing to be smart, but you got to really use your smarts to be effective. So what are we? Specific, measurable, achievable, resourced, a time frame, and what's the first step? The steps. That's super, super important. And I can tell you in all the coaching I do, that's often the bit. What's the first step is where people often go wrong, because the rest of the formula hasn't really stacked up. And suddenly that commitment to, I've got to pull that lever, take that first step, can be like, if I cross that finish line, I will change. Yes, you will. That's the point of coaching. That's the point of personal development. So now this is important that you have your pen and paper to hand, because I'm going to be asking you a whole series of questions here. And you can jot down your answers as fast as you can. I won't give you too much time. I don't want to keep you on the call too long this evening. You've got your families and other things to think about. So you can always come back to the video at a later date. So specificity is super important when it comes to setting well-formed outcomes. What do you want? Now we say, what do you want? The one sentence version. If somebody has to write out a whole, 15 pages of paper, that's not clear about what it is that they want. The one sentence version, be super clear. And then kind of check, thinking about that, how motivated I am. If we say on a scale of 1 to 10, if somebody says 4, that's not a lot of motivation. You should be 10 plus. I'm 100. I really am motivated. I want this. I've really thought about it. I can picture it in my mind. I have a sense of what that will do for me. The goal beyond the goal is often what we talk about. When I get that, I'll be able to do this for my family or my business or my community. The goal beyond the goal. So write down, what do you really, really want? And then when you've got that, it's about progress, measuring the progress. What will you see? What will you hear? What will you feel on the progress to ultimate success? Now, this is important. This comes from NLP. For those of you who aren't familiar with NLP, sensory specific evidence. What will I see, hear, and feel? It says, yes, I've made a start. Yes, I'm on the track. I'm running on the road. I'm doing the thing. I'm having the meetings. I'm buying the kit. I'm doing the thing. I'm at the gym, whatever it is. What will you see, hear, and feel? It says, yes, we're on our way. But more importantly, what will you see, hear, and feel? It says, yes, this stands up to success. Now, without this, there's no accountability and there's no measurement. So you need this to be able to be accountable for yourself. Or I always encourage people to have an accountability partner. It can be like a coach, a life coach, or a business coach, a success coach, or just your friend. So I'm doing this. This is, you hold me accountable. This is very, very powerful to do that. Hold somebody accountable. And the next thing is achievable. Is this really achievable? Is this a realistic endeavor? Now, what we mean by that is this controllable. Now, you might say, well, I want to win the lottery. Well, that'd be marvelous. I want millions and millions of quid. I want, all of the money for all good reasons. I'm going to do charity and save the donkeys and the environment or whatever it is. But is that in your control? No, it isn't. It's not. That's too random. If there's too many people involved in your outcome, that's death by committee. So is this really achievable? And what we say in NLP, can you start this process, initiate it, and can you drive it forward? Is it you that's going to be in the driving seat? And they get to resources. What resources are required to make this a reality? Do you have all of the resources to qualify, to start? Now, if not, guess what? That then becomes the goal, because you've got to get the resources first. If I said a few days ago, right, I better get this presentation ready. Well, if I didn't have the PowerPoint and the lights and all the kit that's here in the office, I wouldn't have been able to do that. That would have been my goal, but I wouldn't have the resources. So guess what? I would have had to get the kit. So you must have the resources to get going. And then time frame. When specifically is this going to be achieved? When are you going to start? Now, without a date, things never happen. They have to have a date. Have to have a date. Things without a date end up in the attic of regret. That's just what happens, because that's what happens with New Year's resolutions. They're not well formed. They just fly out the door. So time frame, when specifically is this going to be achieved? And then super, super important, and I cannot tell you in all of the coaching work I do, whether it's one-to-one, life coaching or success coaching or work in the corporate space, that first step, nailing it down. What are you going to do today? Tomorrow morning, if today's too late, who do you phone? What thing must you do on the computer? What's the button that you must push to say, I'm on the road? Without that commitment to taking action ASAP, something is not going to happen. So what's the first step? What must you do today, ASAP? And what else? And what else? And the what else questions can be important, because well, I've done that. So what else could you do now? Why put it off? What else could you do now? All right, yeah, I could do that. And I could do that. And so begin to get that ball rolling. And now the strategy begins to get a life of its own. And before you know it, things are beginning to happen. So specific, measurable, achievable, resourced, time frame, and steps. Now, if somebody wants these slides, just email me and I'll be able to send them out to you in due course. And I'll put the email up here. Let me just do that now before I forget. Banners, there we go. Ticker, there is info@ukcpd.co.uk. You can email me at any time and I will be able to send that out to you in due course. Now then, moving on with the slides. So that was strategy one. So strategy one is the notion of setting a goal, because goals give us focus, or well-formed outcomes, we'd say in NLP. Now we're on to strategy two, a second strategy. So what's strategy two? Develop the personal development habit. Now this is important, because rather than, right, I'm all doing everything now. So it's like when you go on a diet, I'm gonna have the salad Monday, I'm gonna have the salad Tuesday, Wednesday maybe I'll just have maybe some chips, and by the weekend it's a pizza and it's gone out the window. So it's this regular habit of feeding your mind and your body and your soul with something that's positive. So engaging in regular personal development activities and content helps us keep focused on our goals. Remember, our goals are in strategy one. We figured this out. Now we're reinforcing it by strategy two, by constantly involving ourselves in some form of positive upbuilding material, or engagement in processes and personal development activities. Because remember, you are what you eat. We all know this. If you eat a lot of junk, you're going to get sick. If you eat a lot of healthy food, probably you're going to be more healthy. And I like this slide. You become what you feed your mind. If it's all drama, bad news, and negativity, guess what's going to happen? If it's positivity, powerful visions and dreams for your future and a bit of self-discipline, guess what's going to happen? So where is your focus? That's the purpose of having ongoing personal development. It keeps our focus where it needs to be. Now, other activities around personal development can include journaling, and I'm a great fan of journaling. It's super powerful. We have one of those on our website you can buy. It's a whole course around journaling. Reading personal development books. We have a bookstore on our website, but not just us. Go into Google or any bookstore and you'll find plenty of books on personal development. Enroll on a personal development course. It's something you have to engage with and think about and reflect on. I'm obviously going to say study NLP, because I think it is the toolkit for success, the tools, models, the methodology, the underlying principle of NLP from the presuppositions is the success, philosophy that you can build that will help you go forward in life, both personally and indeed professionally. I mean, that's the thing that changed my life. It was the presuppositions and building that philosophy for success. And I've talked more about that on other videos. If you haven't come across those, they're all on the platform. Or you could have a coach, maybe a life coach or a success coach, or if you're in business, a business coach or some kind of performance coach. That is also very, very powerful and will definitely help you accelerate your success level. Now, the reading thing is important too, and you don't have to read, huge books all of the time. It can be little and often. In fact, little and often, in many ways, is more useful. So that's why we publish, Think Big, the Journal of Personal Development, each and every week. There's a new article on all aspects of personal development. Sometimes it's leadership, management, goal settings, things around key NLP models or key coaching models, or all sorts of different ideas that are really, really useful. And it's not just the information in and of itself, it's that the encouragement is to think about it. So, okay, I've read that article. They're usually, like a couple of pages, a page or whatever. It's to think about it. So what am I getting for this? How can I use it? And if I'm a coach already, how can I use this with my clients? And of course, on that Think Big page, we publish all of the regular, discounts and promotions. There's one on there right now giving discounts on, ILM coaching, NLP, some leadership and management, or life coaching course. There's all sorts of offers on the website on the Think Big tab, which you can check out in your own time. Whoops, we're frozen here. Come on, there we go. Not too fast now. Go back a bit. There we go. So the next one is Think Big TV, is UKCPD-TV. So that's there's two versions of this. There's one on our website, all the free webinars that you can access at any time, or there's our growing YouTube channel, which is at UKCPD. If you are looking to find that on YouTube, be sure to subscribe. That way you always get the latest videos and stuff that we put up. There's another version, the second channel, if you will, of UKCPD-TV on YouTube. So at UKCPD, and you'll be able to find us there. So that's strategy 2. So that is about engaging in the process. It's immersing yourself in positive can-do content that will help us stay focused on our goals. Now, strategy 3, now this is important. I mean, this is one of the things that really, really helped me back in the early days when we were setting up the college, is to be part of a peer group that's focused on motivation, on positive can-do thinking, on being inspirational and supporting each other, that has practical tools for enabling success. And 20 odd years ago, or even longer, we had the Be Inspired group, and that kind of died away for a whole sorts of different reasons. But we relaunched last year, and it's been really, really successful. And I really want to thank everybody who's sent in really glowing feedback and how much they really have enjoyed joining the Be Inspired group and the content that we put out every single week. It's free to join. So if you're not already a member, it's easy to join. If you're a college member, you should join by default. But if you're not, there's obviously a glitch in the emails, and we'll make sure we'll fix that. So let me know. So what is the Be Inspired group? Every single morning, we post out a daily inspirational quote, inspirational, motivational, thought-provoking thing, just to get us in the right mindset for the day ahead. And every Monday morning, we post a motivational video. Often they're around self-coaching things or thinking about what's important to us. And then the end of every month, or more or less the end, sometimes a week before, if other things are happening around the college, we have a live event similar to this, where we often have a guest. And I'm hoping to have one tomorrow as an example. And of course, we have lots of giveaways and lots of other things that we share with our group. So please, if you're interested in personal development, and you think, yeah, there's no huge, shell out of cash, please feel free to join the Be Inspired group. And how do you join the Be Inspired group? Go onto our website, click on the tab, Be Inspired group, and you'll see how easy it is to join. It's super easy and it's cost-free. So then we're left with the question, after reviewing, what we've gone through here, can we, and I include myself in that, can we really do more in 2024? What I'm going to say is yes, we can. We can, because we can work together, because we can share lots of content. Now, those of you who are already Be Inspired group members of the college, the encouragement is to continue to post things on that Be Inspired group website. Just keep on posting stuff. Don't let it just down to me and my colleagues. Because the more we put on there, the more interesting, and comment and let us know how you're finding it, because that really, really does make a big, big difference to all of us as well. So I think I'm coming to the end of my slides now. UKCPD, your partner in success, and that's our website there. So together, let's do more in 2024, which is the slogan that we'll be going for from here on in for the rest of the year. So hopefully you've found that useful and enjoyable. Now, I just want to check, does anybody have any questions about any of that before I move on to the next thing I want to do as I get a glass of water. Oh, hello, Shelley. I didn't see you there before. Well, Shelley's with us as well. Lovely to have Shelley here with us as well. It's very, very good to have you here. Was there any questions? If there are, be sure to put them in the chat box and we'll be able to respond to those. Now, if you're watching one of the channels, you can't do that. Sorry about that. That's the technology. It's nothing to do with me. YouTube, Facebook, or indeed our own platform. They're the best places to get involved when you want to ask questions. Okay, so what I'm going to do, we don't seem to have all of the, there's like nearly 30 people are registered, but we don't obviously have that many online this evening. I guess they're all hoping to catch on the replay, but that's okay. So what we're going to do then is I'm going to set this up for, so if you haven't put in hashtag UKCPD, do that now, because I'm about to set up the, the giveaway. Let me just get this right. Chrome tab. That's the one. Share. So hopefully you've done that now, and I will run the draw. And we'll run the draw now. Shelley. Shelley is a winner. Shelley. Okay. Now, Shelley, you've got a choice of books. I'll come back to that in a second. You can let me know which one it is. But you may have won one of these before, because I think you've been a regular attendee at these things. So I'm going to run it one more time. Here we go. Let's see who we have. Suzanne Morris. Okay, Suzanne Morris. Alrighty then, so let's stop sharing that. Okay, so congratulations to you guys. So Shelley, you went first. Think and Grow Rich, the new edition of that, or Living a Purposeful Life, whoops, for 30s and 40s. Suzanne, you can have the same choice as well. We've got more than one copy of these. If you can let me know now which of these you would like, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, or Living a Purposeful Life, let me know. Put in the text box now, the chat box, which one you would like. So Suzanne is Living Purposeful. Purposeful. I'm going to write that. And Shelley, I'm not sure you've had. I have both, so I will redonate. Okay, redonate. Do you want me to run the thing again then? Shall I do that? Let me do that then. All right, let me do that. That's very kind of you. Draw again. I'm not sure I'm sharing it, but I'm drawing it again. Who have we got? Julia Ward. So Julia Ward, you've won. I didn't share that. I'm going to share it to make sure everybody knows I'm not doing anything peculiar here. Share screen. There you go. So Julia Ward, you've got something. Well, Julia, can you let me know which one you'd like? Think and Grow Rich or Living a Purposeful Life? And I will make sure they get dispatched to the post this week. That will be marvelous if you could let me know now. Go on. Amazing. Yes, it is amazing, Julie. But which book? Think and Grow Rich, whoops, or Living a Purposeful Life? Ward. Purposeful as well. Okay, they will go out in the post this week. Fantastic. And Shelley's been such a good sport. We'll see what else we can find to send her out that she might have had before. Okay, guys, so I'm going to wrap up in a second. Unless there are any questions, please feel free to ask them now. One request that I would have is that if you are enjoying these and you think, yes, the Be Inspired group and the other ones that we're doing are great and they're useful and you find something for them, and you know somebody who thinks, yes, I think my friend or my colleague at work would really, really enjoy this, please, please, please share the link on the website so that they can join the Be Inspired group and come along and enjoy all of the things that we're doing here at the college. Now, once again, I'll remind you, tomorrow it's the Be Inspired group, so it's different from this, which is a public one. The Be Inspired group one tomorrow, and that is 7 o'clock usual time. I'll post it in the Be Inspired group, as it were. And we're hoping to have a guest. He's hoping to confirm. He wants to give us some of his wisdom about, setting things for the new year. Plus, we got some other different kind of content around getting ready for success in 2024. Okay, in which case, if there are no more questions, or indeed any, I will wrap up. Happy New Year to you all, and I look forward to seeing you all on further events in the coming 12 months. Till then, take care of yourselves. Bye for now. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, let's go.